Welcome to News from Down Home. I'm looking at the March 2nd, 1915 edition of the Marylander and Herald, which was the paper of record of my hometown, Princess Anne, Maryland, where I spent my time as a small child. My family had moved there from Western Pennsylvania in 1903, and I was born in 1956. So I did spend some formative years in the 60s there before I moved away and went to New Jersey, which was a total nightmare. But anyway, Somerset County was a great place to live for a little kid, and a lot of things to do out there in the country. I just loved it. I was kind of a scrawny little kid and was picked on a lot, so there was a lot of things that weren't pleasant, weren't happy about that interactions with people. But I did learn to fight, and that helped me. That's one reason why I'm a boxing trainer today. So let's begin in March 2nd, 1915. Princess Anne, Maryland, which is the county seat of Somerset County, got a new lighting system, and they were really happy about it. It had been in use since the previous Christmas. Before that, they tried kerosene and gasoline lamps were substituted. Both of those systems were expensive and just didn't do the job. And they stand ready now in case of emergency. But they were really bragging about how nice the town was lit with electric lamps that were suspended high up above the main streets and also most of the stores, churches, and houses. And they're having electric lighting installed. Most of the churches, stores, and houses are also having electric lighting installed. Now, the manager of this was E.C. Cannon, and was delighted with the success that followed what he wanted to do. And was an efficient engineer, and he knew how to handle the electric plant, and make it pay. The cost of lighting the town and pumping the water um, was part of his contract, and it would be less burdensome to that corporation than before. It would have more money to put on needed improvements. So up to this point, the county, which owned the courthouse, which was the most important public building in town, had done nothing to assist in promoting the electrification of Princess Anne. Attention had been called to the importance of having the courthouse wired and furnished with suitable fixtures to take the place of, imagine, they had oil lamps all around the courthouse, in the courthouse. That was the only source of lighting in the offices and the courtroom. So the county commissioners, the paper was complaining that the county commissioners ought to attend to this and make sure that the courthouse was electrified, because it's often necessary for many offices to be open late in the evening, and very often in the courtroom was needed for evening sessions of court, and frequently night sessions of juries were required in their rooms. So the cost of preparing for electric lights in the courthouse wouldn't bankrupt the county, and besides, a permanent lighting system would be established, and the danger of fire from lamps would be avoided. So they talked about how New York and Philadelphia and Norfolk Railroad Company are planning plans for installing electricity at the railroad station. This would be a marked change for the better, and the general appearance of the town and approach to it would be improved. So, permanence of the new lighting ought to be well considered by all who believe in improvements. In some towns, lighting plants have been discontinued because there wasn't anybody to support them financially. That should not occur in Princess Anne, because Princess Anne was fast developing into a fine place of business. So they want the town to go ahead and take every step forward to work toward the future and to bring itself into the 20th century. So just imagine all of the public functions where it had to be lit by oil lamps, kerosene, and things like that. So now let's look at a building in Princess Anne. Now I'm taking this from a book called A Walking Tour of Princess Anne, Maryland in the Look Up America series. And I'm gonna take you to 11732. It's called the Bank of Somerset, and it's it was open this it was it's a one-story neoclassical vault in 1903. It was when it was open. It was constructed with yellow Italian brick on a granite foundation. Its wide central double door with a semicircular fanlight had a stone trim with an ogee carved keystone set in a pedimented pavilion flanked by pilasters. I don't understand a lot of that, but that's okay. So we're gonna stop there and go to the John Crisfield House on Washington Street next. So I look forward to doing this. And if you're ever in Princess Anne, be sure to drive by and see some of these historical buildings. All right. Thank you for watching News from Down Home.